Welcome, Virgo. Welcome to your love reading. This is February 2019 love, okay? Perfect for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. If it doesn't resonate, check out your other signs. It's not going to hit the mark on all of y'all, but I hope you all get a gem, piece of advice, a boost of confidence, something. Virgos. Okay, very interesting. Just to kind of recap, general reading, there was a lot of energy of feeling like there was filtering out between friends. It didn't so much feel like love relationships. Now, of course, it always can be, but it felt like you guys are doing some detoxing or needing to be doing some detoxing of certain friendships. And it's funny because I was telling you before, Aquarius season, that's the 11th house. It's very much about our hopes and dreams. It's also about our hopes and fears. It's also very much about our social relationships and interactions, like our friends, all that type of stuff. And it just feels like there's a lot of emphasis on your friendships this month. Now that could have been, your relationships too. Now for Virgos, for whoever I'm reading for in this reading, this is very much a time of planting seed. This is a time where you have the ability, you're in the right place at the right time to plant the right types of seeds, right? For you guys, it's very much getting clear on what you want. Well, not even so much what you want. I think Virgo, you know what you want, right? I think you know what you want. Honestly, I felt like a lot of you guys in this reading have found a connection with someone. Like there's early stages of something very beautiful here, I feel like, with a lot of you guys. But there is still this back and forth energy of, I don't know. And that feels very fear-based. A lot of you guys, there's still things that you need to, I feel like you need to get over from past relationships. So like completely walk away emotionally. And the thing is, sometimes we think we're done with the situation and we're not really done. Like, let's say, like, if someone asks you about your ex and you're compelled to, like, dog them the fuck out and be like, that motherfucker, da da da. Well, you're not really over it, girl. You know what I mean? Like, and that's fine. I'm not even judging you. When you can talk about things with more ease and a little bit more grace, even when someone's wronged you, even when someone's hurt your feelings, that's when we know we've kind of leveled up and it's like, okay, there's a level of like, I'm over it. Like, I'm not even angry anymore, even though, they dragged me through the mud, even though whatever. So it almost feels like that type of energy. Like there's still like a little bit of leftover resentment or fear that you need to let go of, just because it can be kind of playing a role in your connections going forward. And I feel like this is a cycle that you guys are repeating. Now, you guys are starting out with the Two of Cups, the Fool, which is beautiful, and Two of Pentacles. Two twos and a new. Two twos and a new. So Two of Cups, again, that's connection, that's alignment, that is a very much a balanced interaction. There's a lot of potential for love and passion and soulmate energy here. This is a beautiful connection. A lot of you guys may have felt like you are connecting with someone. It can be water, it doesn't have to be. I've also got Aquarius here, the Fool's Aquarius energy. Very much about taking a risk. So I do love that you guys are in this place that you do want to take a risk when it comes to love. Like Virgo's actually ready to like step off the cliff a little bit. Like, all right, I'll risk it all. But there is a reminder that you guys with this Fool card need to travel light, not bringing your baggage with you, not bringing yesterday and the past and things that went wrong with you. Okay. It will definitely fuck up your newness, right? It will definitely fuck up your relationship if you let it. If you guys are going to take this risk, it's just really about having like that unshakable faith, knowing that everything's going to be okay, right? Because this Two of Pentacles is kind of like this going back and forth energy. And I feel like with this being, like the infinity sign with the pentacles are wrapped around, it feels like this is a cycle that you guys do. It's like almost like you can meet someone, right? Really dig them, but through fear, kind of fuck it up because and again, it's just like self-sabotage, and it's just like almost like I feel like you guys are used to this cycle because of things that did not go right in the past. So don't let fear stop you. Really pack light. If there's a connection that you guys are feeling, be very open to it. Be open to it and be very communicative if you need to. Like if there's things that you need to say, because the thing is, while we all think we're invisible in some type of way, right? So like sometimes like we hold back in ways and like depending on who we're dealing with, other people can see through us, right? So it might be a thing where you feel like you're putting on a face or like acting a certain way, but really it comes off different. So like it's almost like it can come off cold. But there is real connection here with some of you. Some of you guys really feel like you met someone that like you could really just like leap with, right? But don't get too caught in your head weighing out the pros and the cons. I feel like it's very important to go with the flow. Don't rock the boat, right? Also, there may be some distance here between you and this person with the Fool card. The Fool, it's the Fool's journey is the major arcana, right? So it's like there may be a journey or like there may be some distance that you have to go through to get to this person. Also, with these books in the background, it could be a thing at a distance. So maybe like you're weighing up the pros and cons, like, is this like actually possible? Is this something that I can maintain? There's a lot of back and forth right now. What I think is the most important is just to grab onto that feeling of good and light. Everything is figure outable. Okay? Like you guys will figure it out. But don't get too caught up in the details right now. I feel like it's really important right now to just go with the flow, not get too caught up in the details, and not to just be silly out here, not planning things, but don't let things that are unsure stop you, because again, what is meant for you will always be meant for you. It doesn't matter how impossible it seems, okay? Now, the other person, Emperor, Queen of Swords, and Four of Cups. Okay. Now, I was saying I felt like energy, I made like a side note in the general reading that those of you who were romantically dealing with, it felt like there could be water and fire that maybe you guys were trying to choose between. And I felt like a lot of you guys chose fire. So there could be a fire person in your life. It could be an Aries, right? This is Emperor energy. This person is very direct, right? They know what they want. They move forward. They're a boss in their own right. Maybe they work for themselves. They're very respected. They're an authority figure. They may have kids. There's all types of little factors that play a role into them, but this person is a person who knows what they want. They're grounded and confident in who they are. Now, with this personality, this type, they can seem a little, like a little aloof and just kind of come off just very like not like they're not gushy people, right? You're not gonna be super loving, but actually, I feel like that's okay for you. It's comfortable for you. It's not necessarily what you want. I feel like it's comfortable for you. The thing is, though, they're seeing you as this Queen of Swords person. Now, this was your underlying energy in the general reading. So you guys, like I said before, you guys are in this place of being very direct, knowing what you want. Like, this is it. This is what I'm down for. This is what I'm not down for. This is what I expect. This is what I, will not tolerate. They see you as someone who's like been this wounded warrior, right? To me, the Queen of Swords is very much a wounded warrior. She is the heartbreak queen. She is the every type of, like, she's been through it all, right? She wears her crown of butterflies, right? She's gone through the stage of being a caterpillar. Like, she's not no silly ass little girl, whether you're a man or a woman. They see that. I feel like they just would like to see more softness from you, because with that, they can't tell if this is something that they need to pursue. I feel like you guys had kind of like a similar message last month too. But I can't remember right now. But look at how this Queen of Swords is looking at this Four of Cups. Four of Cups is really not knowing if we want to emotionally put ourselves in this slot or deal with this thing. And a lot of it has to do with, we tried it 3 times or we tried it however many times and it didn't work out for us. So I don't know if I could trust this cup. It's like they feel that from you again, and it's sitting underneath that Two of Pentacles. So it's like that back and forth. Sometimes you're hot, sometimes you're cold, it feels like. So I feel like they'd be willing to start something new with you, but they can't, even though, like, it's like they can't all the way read you, because even though you're speaking direct, like, sometimes it just feels like you're hot and cold. It just feels like you're hot and cold. Like, sometimes you're super loving and sometimes you're like, and it's a defense mechanism, because I don't think you guys want to get hurt. But at the end of the day, with this Fool card, it feels like this is something you could really see yourself like leaping into and like taking a risk on. But it's going to require you to be a little softer. 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups clarified that Emperor card. They know what they want. They know what would make them emotionally happy. And I do feel like they want to give that to you, It's a matter of they don't really know how. It's like they're right now, the Seven of Swords, they're trying to strategize. Because I don't feel like they fully understand what it is you need. But what they don't realize is you already feel like they are something that you need or could want. But I don't know that you're communicating that in a way that they can receive it. You know what I mean? Now, Queen of Swords. Wow. The Seven of Swords. So that actually came out. So yeah, there's a level of strategy that's trying to come through here. Sometimes they may say things that may come off a little bit blunt, right? With this Page of Swords energy, because it's just very much like a flat foot. It's like a child speaking their truth, where it's like, damn, that was kind of harsh. Sometimes my son says things, and he's just such a sweet boy. But sometimes he says things, and when he's just in his mode of just speaking his truth, he's a little Sagittarius. He'll say things, and I'll be like, damn. Like, my feelings can be, like, hurt if I allow, I try not to let little kids hurt my feelings. But, just in speaking his truth. So, there's very much this energy of that. Now, with the Four of Cups, Queen of Cups, yes. They need you to be a little softer, girl or boy. They need you to just be a little bit softer. They need you to open up emotionally. If there are things and fears that you have, they want to be there for you, but they don't know how to be there for you if you're not saying anything. Look, Ten of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. So they definitely see, like, there's something like, remember, you're in Page of Pentacles energy here. That is really planting seeds of prosperity and legacy and beauty and, like, things that are really going to materialize in a beautiful way. But if they don't know what you want, they can't give you what you want. They're willing to stand there and give you what you want. They're in a place where they can give you what you want. They don't know what you want. You're hot and cold. And really what that comes from, again, is past. This is what's in your block. So you got the Eight of Cups. It's going to, for most of you, it feels like it's resentment. It doesn't really feel like there's intense feelings for a past lover, you know what I mean? But it almost like there's a resentment from what's happened. So there's a little bit of that carrying over into these relationships or these connections. And so you may not come off as open as you think you're coming off. Do you know what I mean? Now the Five of Wands is right next to that. There's a lot of internal conflict popping up, I feel like, with you guys. Let that go. Again, I don't know how else to say that to you guys. And I know it's not just something that's easy to drop. It's something that actually takes actual ass practice and, like, everyday maintenance, especially if you're someone who is good for playing these mind games on yourself. And it of course, it could be outside things, but this feels more of an energy of this is kind of what goes on in your head, this chaos. It's like the second you feel something good, we get our brain, it's like starts firing off signals of, but what if da-da-da-da? Like, once you start thinking, what if it goes bad? What if he ends up not liking me? What if he breaks up with me? Try to flip those thoughts. And I know it sounds corny because I remember when someone first fucking told me that, I was like, bitch, what are you talking about? But trust me, try to flip those thoughts. And instead of, like, going with the flow of, what if this doesn't work out? You're like, well, what if it does? Like, what if this is perfect? What if I am not tripping? What if? Like, what if this is the love of my life type thing? Because I just don't want you guys getting in your own way. Yes, there's definitely work that needs to be done. Yeah. I don't know how else to say that. There's work that needs to be done there. Again, it feels like there's, it's this cycle that you guys have. Look, you got an 8 and an 8. So there's a little bit, and then with this Two of Pentacles, again, with that figure 8, it's like there's a little bit of a repetitive cycle you guys have of kind of carrying over past things, which is understandable. I mean, we all do it in one way or another. But it is a recycle. I mean, it is a cycle that you would need to overcome if you are wanting victory, and it will bring you victory. You got Six of Wands right here. So it's really about breaking the cycle. And how you do that is you really fall into that Queen of Swords energy of being communicative and being, you know, being upfront. She's still a nice lady. She's just not fucking around. But then also, while you're being, you know, very communicative, that doesn't mean you have to be hard and edgy. This person wants soft. They're trying to see the softness in you. Because again, and consistently see the softness in you. It's like almost like you guys will catch yourselves having a good time and falling into a good place and almost falling in love, and you'll usually be like, wait a minute. And like, it's almost like this power struggle you have with yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that. This person that you're dealing with, if it sounds like your situation, I feel like they want to bring you happiness. They would be a wish come true. I mean, you've got the 9 of Cups. This wish is fulfilled, but they don't know how to fulfill your wish, girl. Now, end of the day, most likely outcome, you got the 3 of Pentacles. So this is good because I feel like this is a very much a card of collaboration, social, talking things out, building something, working on something that's going to result in success. So again, with the work that you guys do in breaking this cycle of holding on to resentment because you don't want it to mess up your relationships going forward, I feel like you guys will find real success. Like, it's time to put your heart a little bit on your sleeve. I know it's uncomfortable, but there are moments where we have to take risks and take chances, right? Have strength through this. You'll be fine, right? Do not run away. Do not fall into the energy of this 5 of Wands and talking yourself out of it and making you believe that you can't have what it is you actually want. You actually can. Okay? Now, and then you've got honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. So for some of you, Valentine's Day could be really nice. For some of you, it might be a little challenging. Some of you, it might be a good idea just to, and honeymoon, I don't necessarily think we're there. I mean, some of you guys, maybe, obviously this is a general reading, but even just taking time together, like away from things and away from people. Because when you think about honeymoon, I think about, okay, I'm going with my man somewhere away from people I know, right? So it might be cute to even just like, if, you know, just take like a day trip somewhere, or like, you know, take a weekend trip somewhere. It might be a good idea to spend some time together, secluded, so you guys can really have these opportunities to have these talks, so you guys can get over these little hurdles. You're just little hurdles. Just open up, honeys. You guys will be just fine. This is a beautiful month of new potential cuteness and love. I'm really excited for you guys. So I'll see you next month. Bye, Virgo.